Hey, cool cat. My name's Imanni. I write music for mental health awareness, and welcome to your next mental health music lesson. Today, we're going to be talking about how not to feel anxious or how to at least decrease the anxiety that you may feel trying to write a song or simply accomplish a task inside of your life. These are some tips and tricks that I have found very useful. I've learned them not only from therapists, but from other people in my lives, friends, family, videos, influencers, others in my life, specialists, scientists, books. It's a culmination of everything. Church. It's been a lot, and it's helped me so much to have these skills. So this is part 3, and we're going to continue right where we left off at the last video. So I'm honestly at a point where I don't even exactly know what's next, which is great because now I can show you this exact process. I usually tell myself, well, I have no idea what's next. It's great to accept and admit how you're feeling. Always allow yourself to feel how you're feeling and then go to the next step. We got to think of some types of ideas. So, no idea is a bad idea when we throw these against the wall. I personally like to either say them aloud or think them, but don't write them down. It's going to clutter your mind and make it more difficult to know which task to take next. When you know which one it is, it will yell at you. It will scream at you and say, pick me. Or it may whisper. It may be a whispering thing inside of your head, but you'll know. So let's do this together. Okay, when I look at this music, I don't exactly know what's next. I know I put down the markers. I know that the drum part sounds kind of nice. I kind of like it, but I want it to be a little bit better, so I could work on the drum part. I can break this down in terms of each channel. Maybe I should just record new vocals. I would love to sing right now, so I'm really interested in that idea. The big problem is that the piano is not in connection with with the rest of the instruments, and I can always re-record the vocals. So maybe I can just go section by section. That way that I use the thing that I actually just accomplished before, and they're connected. That typically helps me find something that's really more easy to grasp. Let me go section by section, and let me go through the piano part alone, just focusing on that section, and let me just quantize this, which simply means correcting the rhythm. Okay, so through that little brainstorming session, I've realized that I need to quantize the rhythms of the piano section. So what I did was I wrote that down right over there. And I even put a number 1 with it because it is my number 1 thing. Even though I keep writing down number 1, it just reminds my brain like this is the most important thing. This is the most important thing. I need to focus on that one thing. And it helps me truly focus. Now we're going to use a step that we discussed earlier, breaking things down into smaller pieces, but we're going to do this within a step because I'm finding that there's a part that's just a little bit too complicated and I need to break it down a little bit more. When I attempted to quantize this part of the music, I was able to change the rhythm so that everything that's within this little cell over here was quantized based off of an eighth note. And that corrected the left hand, but the right hand, oh my, it did not. It actually made some more problems. For example, now that might not sound like a problem until you look at what the original was. That's what the original was. And even the original is slightly off from the left hand. So when all those things were put together, my mind was like, oh no, Jose, oh no. Slow down right now. So I decided, okay, well, I made it a good distance. I know that the phrase ends soon. Right here. This is a new phrase right over here. So I told myself, okay, you know what? Let's just make sure everything's not on that measure line. And I'm just going to break that measure up. And I'm just going to focus on this section. making sure that this is correct. By being able to break this into smaller chunks without changing the actual task at hand, which is still to quantize that piano part. That is still the task at hand and is still number one on the list. But by being able to, as if having a ruler and a pair of scissors, to divide up these things within my own mind and a little bit visually over here, it does help. Now, let's talk about setting a conditional in our goal setting, because now's the point where I've been working on this song for a little bit now and I'm starting to get a little bit tired. So I'm going to tell myself that if I'm able to get this one section done, which I know I can get done in just a little bit of time, then if I can just get to a point where it sounds okay, then I'm going to take a break and go get some food, chillax, have fun with Bay, my cat, and then come back to this at a future time. When I make conditionals like this, I don't write it down. I just tell myself this. I keep in mind that that one thing that was written down before is the one goal, the one task I'm still trying to achieve, but I'm allowing myself to take some time, take some space, which works really well because that goal has no due date. Okay, I was able to correct the final part of this measure and it sounds beautiful. Now I can take my break. Okay, cool cats, now it's your turn to practice this, either with music or with something that you need to accomplish in your personal life. I hope you learned a little bit about music, about quantization, and how we change rhythms, and I hope that you learned something about mental health, some tips and tricks to help you with procrastination. And I hope that you have a mentally healthy rest of your day. This has been Imanni from Imanni Music. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.